Hello, peoples. Hi, Robert. Hi, Rebecca. Oh, you're driving? Don't tell me you just got home. Oh, I hope not. Don't answer that. Not if you're driving. You'll talk to me later. How are you doing tonight, Robert? You're right. I did miss you. But yeah, I finally figured out how to get uh, to YouTube on my iPad, to my live on my iPad, and see chat without having to wait. Yay, me. Hi, Kaya. How you doing today? I'm always going to ask that. How you doing? That's the New York in me. How you doing? I'm okay. What can I say? SOS, different day. That means same old stuff. Well, not stuff, but you know what I mean. These, this is my regular day. This is what my day was like in the past. It's how it is now. Hi, Danielle. How you doing? Audie. Oh, cooking. What you cooking? Hi, Kathy. Good. Laying down and taking a break. I was doing that earlier. Um, I was chatting for a while on Messenger, and then I decided to stop, get something to eat, relax, chillax. So I went into bed and just laid down for a while. Glad I didn't fall asleep. Hey, Janice. Hi, surprise. Yeah, I haven't seen you in so long. You don't come in anymore. And I know I'm not on Messenger a lot. Not anymore. I get involved in what I'm doing and I get sidetracked. I mean, you guys know that by now because you hear me. Rebecca calls me the one who doesn't watch her chat. Though Shine Like a Diamond is just as guilty as me. Shine never looks at her chat either. But then she's got a lot to talk about. I just ramble on with nothing, without really saying anything. Yvonne, my sweetheart. No, I'm going to answer your question now. No, I don't take the whole thing. What I do is I section mine off and I cut it into the squares that I want it to be. Then I place tape over those squares, leaving the cut portion uh, free so I can peel it off and work on it one at a time. And that's how I do it. Your mileage may vary. But yes, don't, I would, Brian take the whole thing. And unless you have a very sharpie, a very sharp knife, and you don't, and you're careful, you can be very, very careful without cutting the canvas. It's hard to cut duct tape. It really is. It's not easy. So I wouldn't try that. Like I said, Brian did it once. I don't think he'll do that again. It's just a pita. Takes longer too. So like I said, I cut it into sections first, then place tape over each section. And not the whole thing. I just put a strip of tape equal to the square. That's all you need, just so you can't see through it. Diamonds around you. And I know your name begins with a V. And I know it's Vivian. I remembered. Yay, me. I'm getting better. Well, I'm still working on Halloween. Kaya. Still working on Halloween. Working for Halloween in the gnomes. I'm working now on I was working on the bottom there. Now I'm working on the top. I've turned it around. So I'm working upside down. And it's easy. I think it's easier upside down than working sideways, especially with all these triangles. Because you just have to pull the opposite triangle. Kaya, first time? That's right, it is your first time here. Welcome. I'm glad you came. I don't I don't talk about much, just ramble on with whatever comes into my head. But I do have some jokes if you guys are interested, but maybe later. I found some on the internet. Some are cute, some are terrible. I remembered. Yes, I remembered. But I'll tell you what, this afternoon I wanted to set up my live on through StreamYard and set it up early. So I was diamond painting and I thought of that. I went over to my phone, which is right next to me, clicked on the, the index screen because I hadn't Kindle up, and darn, I completely forgot what I was going to do. So and I mean, we're talking within minutes, seconds, talk about memory of a gnat. I finished my mail, which is what caught my attention when I got to my main screen. And then I was talking to my roommate, and all of a sudden I remembered, oh, yeah. Oh, and I made a mistake. I accidentally set it for 8:30. So, yeah. Janice, J. Rob, tonight's not a good night because J. Rob is on after me, and I always like going to her chat. And then Mrs. Coffee is on after that. And then comes Crashly's Late Night Uncensored. I would always have fun during that one. So tonight's not a good night, but maybe tomorrow. Be happy to chit chat and talk with you. I just hope you're doing okay, girl. I worry about my friends. I care. Yeah, tomorrow's good. We'll chat tomorrow. Though I've got the meetup at 1. Man, it's always on the weekends. It's always busy. I've got the meetup at 1 o'clock. So I'll be busy from 1 to 3. Mrs. Coffee canceled, Yvonne? No. Why'd she cancel? Hi, Shalene. She's going live tomorrow. At what time? Hi, Deanne, by the way. Hi, Deborah. Or did I already say hi to you? I'm so welcome, Deborah. That's right. It is the first for you, too. I just saw that. And yeah, maybe I am the girl who never reads chat. Robin! Oh, I'm such a bad girl. Anybody know what time Mrs. Coffee's going on tomorrow? Oh, she hurt her wrist? Oh, poor baby. I've hurt my wrist a couple of times. A tendon injury is really bad. That's what I thought mine was, but nah. I had just sprained it or something. Well, I guess there's no Mrs. Coffee tonight, but there is Crashly's Late Night Fun in the Sun. No, Uncensored. I love that. I do love that. I've missed it the last couple of times. I think last week it was with Melissa B. or Freya. I don't know. It was with someone else, and I completely missed it. So, what is everybody working on? I'm still working for Halloween. The community event and the collab between Rebecca and J Rob is still going on too. I think they're going to be together tonight. I don't know. I'll find out soon. I guess we all will. But they're still where I'm trying to get this done by Halloween. I'm not sure I will because I'm still waiting for 310s. Oh, Robert missed my voice. But I was on last. Oh, that's right. You weren't able to get on. Ooh, I had to take a drink. Yeah, Audie, Jade Rob's after me. Hi, Audie. How you doing, sweetheart? I forgot to ask Rebecca today if she was going to double up with J Rob to the event, the collab. It's their collaboration. It's for me. It's a community event. I'm doing it along with them. Ah, missed it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Ooh, I missed two of them. So it's your turn, guys. I hate this delay from the time I talk to the time you guys write. It's sometimes, delays suck. Yesterday was a lot of fun. What happened yesterday? What did I miss? What did I miss? Yvonne, you started your mystery ready? Yeah, there is a lot going on in November. I don't know what I'm going to work on other than my mystery. I may just work straight through the mystery like I'm working through this. Vivian says, I'm working on Pegasus from TSA. I hadn't seen that one. It's my first one, but the drills are terrible and starting to pop some. Not sure what to do. All right, when you see drills that have little nubbies coming out of them and they're not perfectly square, don't use them. That's the first thing. Second thing is take a picture of the squares like this, a good one. Take a picture of your inventory sheet and write Rachel or Peter at Treasure Studios Art and tell them that this batch is no good. I've had a bad batch with 310s and another one. I can't remember which one. I'm not working it. So I think it was 823 or was it 838? One or the other. But I have spares of those. I don't have a lot of spares of 310. So I'm waiting for them to send me some, but they will send you replacements. And I think Rebecca has some news, I think. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. I don't know if I should say anything. Anna said she met up with her crafty aunt, who, like me, inherited her craftiness from your mama. Aww. Scaredy cats? Oh, that's right. I love that one, Kaya. That is such a cute one. I wanted that. It's very oriental looking. I think those are those oriental cats anyway. I don't know. But it's funny. But then I like cats. So I'm a strange person. And I'm trying really hard to keep up with chat. It's just sometimes you guys are talkative and sometimes you're not. And when you're not talkative, I get involved in the diamond painting. I tend to use my hands too when I talk, don't I? And this stops me from throwing my hands around. So like I said, when you guys, I'm not going to repeat myself. I've already said it once. I don't know why people do that. We repeat ourselves for some reason. And not because we forgot we said anything. Oh, that's not a good one. I should have looked at that. No, that's no good. I want the ones that are perfectly square. Um, it's not. It's not that we forget what we were saying, what we said. I don't know. We want to emphasize it, I guess. But I notice a lot of us tend to repeat. Now the word just went. Repeat ourselves. Do you reorganize the craft room? Wow. Vivian says, thanks, because I take all the bad ones. I'm going to end with none. And the pic's beautiful. Yeah, take out all the bad ones. I toss them. Here's mine before I stopped. I stopped at the 310s. But you can see there's a number of trash drills. I don't use the trash drills. It's nice, though, when you get a bunch that are even, because you could go faster then. But if you have to look at each one to determine if it's straight or not, it takes a little time. It takes a little longer. And sometimes you do run out of drills, and sometimes you don't. It depends upon whether or not they gave you sufficient drills to complete the picture. Like DAC gives you, I think, 30% more, 20% more. So if there are bad drills, which we know there are going to be bad drills because that's just, especially with squares, that's just the nature of the manufacture process. Some of these drills are made more often than others, such as 310. And the dies that they use to make the drills don't last forever. Hello, Brandy baby. 20%, you think, by TSA? I don't know. Or DAC? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I know just like DAC, TSA will be happy to send you diamonds, and they usually use a guy in the U.S. to send the diamonds, so you don't have to wait for it from China or Australia, wherever. Unless you're in Australia, then they'll probably send it right to you. DAC gives you 20% more? I always thought it was 30. Oh, well. Too bad, so sad, your dad. That's the end of a joke I completely forgot. I mean, completely. I can't even put a joke to it. Yeah, Kaya, TSA is expensive, but then so is DAC. But they do have smaller ones now that you can, that aren't as expensive. Brandy says, I'm dying because I want both the Randall Spangler and the Chuck this weekend, but I'm only allowed to get one. I haven't looked at anything new because I can get none. But I still have a TSA and a DAC to unbox. I haven't done those yet. Don't know what I'm waiting for, but as I've said many Fridays, I'm an admittedly lazy person. Vivian says exactly, and that's what's happening right now with this canvas. Yes, they're squares, but almost every single color is bad. Yeah, they say they add 30% more. Okay, well, like I said, take pictures. I use a white tray to take my pictures because it shows up better. So in contrast, take a nice close-up picture of it. Of all of them. If there's more than one of them, then take pictures to show her. And they'll believe you. Now, DAC will only send you out 8 colors. But I guess if you can prove to them that your other colors are bad too, they might make an exception. I don't know. I've never needed more than a couple of colors. Kaya said, oh, Brandy says there are a lot of CSA affiliates that you can use to get 15% off, which makes it cheaper. That's right, but you have to spend $50 or more. Yvonne, Kaya says, Yvonne, there's a couple colors in I'm concerned about running out of, but I just have to message DAC to get more if I do. That's right. I have backups, on a lot of them. I was keeping a lot of spares. And I got to 4 boxes of 68 Tic Tac boxes full. And I said, I gave up. I'm not saving them anymore. It's just too much of a hassle. I saved the ones that, the popular ones. $3.10, $9.39, those. Oh, $40, Brandy? Okay. Anything more than $40, you get 15% off. That's good. Brandy says, I'm lucky that I have so many extra drills, so if I run out, I should be okay. A lot of people have organized their drills the right way. I would do the same thing if I had room to put those boxes and baggies, because you want to keep rounds as well as squares. I've only kept squares. Kaya says, yeah, just not in the budget. Also, I'm working on slashing my stash before I buy any more diamond paintings. I know whereof you speak. I haven't bought a new diamond painting since I bought the mystery painting for Rebecca. Because I just don't have the funds for it anymore. I miss my disposable income. Her fixed income went down when my roommate turned 66. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Okay. Miss Brandy says I use binder sets. It's only 4 binders total. Yeah, I still have nowhere to put them. I've got half the dining room table filled with accessories and appliances, coloring and all my craft stuff. And the other half is filled with this. At the diamond painting itself. I have no place to put those binders. Suzanne, hi. Suzanne says another dragon tomorrow. Yes, Suzanne. Rebecca told me that you sent her what was left from your kit. And yeah, she has what I need. I mean, a lot of people do. I just go to Go Diamonds. Yvonne sent me diamonds last time. So a lot of people have them. I just, it's not the biggest deal if you run out. Brandy says, I want it in chalk, but I'm only allowed to. That's right. You got to be a good girl. And have I mentioned that I was really jealous that all of you went to that retreat and I wasn't there? I was very sad. I felt left out, but you guys came last Friday. Y'all came in to say hi to me. I liked that. That was nice. That made me feel good and not so bad about not being there. Though I still wish I was there. I love getting face to face with people. I really do. We gotta talk, Brandy. We gotta talk one of these days on Messenger. Let's see. Dan was jealous too. I think I'll get the Chuck and wait on the Spangle. I would not get the Chuck. I think he's better than Spangler. I mean, I like the Spangler. It's okay. Oh my God, Kaya. I have sitting over here that I haven't done yet, a TSA, two Diamond Art Clubs, a no, I think it's three DSA and two Diamond Art Clubs. Or is it three? It's I lost my mind. I don't know. I don't have a lot, maybe five of the good ones, and that's about it. The others came from are the Chinese AliExpress kind. Uh, yeah, it is brandy. It's nice when you meet people and you give hugs and laugh and give lap dances. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, hi, Crystal. Oh, for those that are coming in now, I accidentally set the time from StreamYard to 8:30 by mistake, and I didn't discover it until 7:30, and I quickly changed it to 8, back to 8. So some of you might be coming in late because of that, because you know I'm thinking sometimes. Well, it was 7:30. It was 1:30 when I set it, and I set the hour, but I forgot to set the minutes. Brandy says I probably have a total of 50 or more total paintings to unbox. Oh my God, you have gotten far behind. You should do a whole bunch of them in one day and then edit them all, you know, one at a time. Let's film them all one day and then edit them all the next, or as many as you can. You know, set up a little schedule. Kaya says, and probably another 15 canvases from various other sellers in my stash. Well, I've got a number of AliExpress, but I've been so disappointed with all the ones I get, except for Evermoment. I that I don't want to go over there and look at them. They're under my bed right now, laid flat under my bed, and I don't even look at them because I'm afraid to look at the drills. The canvases are okay, but man, I'm afraid to look at the drills. And half the drills are missing. I put them, they were all in the bags or in baggies, and then they were in shoeboxes. And somehow or another, I think I lost a shoebox. Oh, school started back, Brandy. That's right, Brandy. Oh, I'm sorry. Most of yours are Evermoment, Kaya. Evermoment has the best squares, and for the price, they're really good on the price. They're not, and you're not limited to one size, which is the other thing I like about Evermoment. You can choose another size if you want. Why do I keep spilling them? I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here? Nobody's talking again. You see what happens? This is the delay. Now I gotta think of something to say. Do you guys want me to read you some jokes if you want, or should we just continue talking? Because I'm all for either one. I'm here on Friday night because I want to chat with people, um, preferably more than 10. which is all Messenger lets you do. And I don't necessarily want a video chat or anything. And it's, I don't know, Messenger is not the same as this. I get to ramble a little bit, which I never get to do. And in the Zooms, get-togethers that we have every Saturday, sometimes you gotta wait your turn to talk, and you might have something you want to say, and you can't say it because there's too many people. Kaya says I have a stash rotation going. I'll do a DP from say a moment. The next DP I will be from a different store for my stash. Then next will be from your DAC. Yeah, I suppose I could do that. How do I lose a shoebox at home? Easily. You have to be me. My apartment is stuffed to the gills with boxes and books and files and other things that came from my 3-bedroom when I moved. I lost the house. And when I lost the house, I went from a very large 2-bedroom to almost 1,400 square feet. We were renting. And I loved it, but the rent was getting high. To a 3-bedroom house. And this was great because now I can have a separate room for all my crafts. And I actually called it my studio because I made jewelry. And it was great for a while, except a couple of years after I bought it, and after I'd gotten a second mortgage, I wanted my money back. The market went upside down, and so did my mortgage. Not my mortgage, the value of my house. So I was in the hole for about, I don't know, at least 100,000. My house was worth at least 100,000 less than when I bought it. So I had a very large mortgage. Couldn't sell it because I forgot what they call it, underwater with the house. And then in 2007, when everybody got in trouble, I did too. I lost my job. And I was employed by my brother, and he had to close the store. And I tried to find another job. I couldn't. I looked everywhere. I worked temporary a couple of places here and there, but it never went into full-time work. Hi, J. Rob. Brandy says she can't craft right now because she's unpacking from the retreat and playing with the puppies, of course. Okay, Vivian, I will. J. Rob setting up that symbol for help. I have a house full of teenagers and a crazy dog. Yeah, that's fun. Anyway, back to the saga of poor, pitiful me. Hey, that's my life. Don't judge me. After I lost my job and tried to find another one, I couldn't. And it took me a long time also to get on disability. I never realized how accommodating my brother had been, which was another reason I couldn't find a job, because I needed certain conditions. I needed to have a couch where I can lay down for a while, and an ergonomic chair, because I couldn't sit for long in anything other than that. So that's another reason I never got hired. So I finally got disability. It took a long time, and I had to apply for it twice, but I finally got disability. And around 2013, I lost my house. I just couldn't afford it anymore. I'd gone through my entire savings. I had just enough for us to move into an apartment. No, people don't care if you become homeless. They don't. My apartment now that I used to have back then, I was paying 1,100 back then, and it was a two master bedrooms and a huge living room and a huge dining room. I mean, it was I don't know for 14. It was almost 1,300 square feet. I mean, it was big, and I was only paying 1,100, and even that was a lot at the time. But it kept going up. So it went up to 1,200 and then, whatever. And I think now the apartments are going for 18, 19. It's ridiculous. Who can afford that? Especially with COVID and everybody losing their jobs. Who can afford that? And now I'm on a fixed income, because I did get the disability, thank God. And I have, well, which is now Social Security. And Dan had his Social Security and his pension because he worked 24 years for FedEx. He was a good boy. So after 24 years, he decided to finally retire because it was driving him crazy. He loved the job, but the managers and the people he was working for, corporations, they're not the best to work for. But if you can stick it out, you get a nice retirement. But he chose a retirement that paid more until you were 66. And then it goes down. It went down to two-thirds or three-quarters of the way. I mean, it went down a lot. And I wasn't expecting that. And when it happened, when he turned 66, all that disposable income that I had dried up. Because no, we're not married. We're not living together in that way. We're roommates, but we're brother and sister at this point. Dan's the best. I'm using an Archer's art tray. Let's see let me catch up with chat now. It's my turn. Oh, Kaya got cold. Okay. I talked to Vivian about being homeless. Yes, nobody cares. Brandy, go chat with Jennifer. You guys have to talk. Okay. Anyway, you found this large white tray and it really keeps the drawers right. Mine does too for rounds, but I prefer the Archer's art for squares. It just doesn't work quite as well with the rounds, with the squares, the white one. Oh, you get what I mean. Well, I think it's because there are so many trays out there and people try them and that's all you see for a while until a new tray comes out. A new tray comes out, you buy it. I don't do that. I got my white tray, which I love, and I got my Archer's art tray, which I like, and that's it. I don't need more trays. I don't see the sense in it, and having more than one. And I can't stand the little ones that the kits come with. Ooh. I was so happy when I finally got that white tray. That was my first tray, the big white. The first tray I bought. And I was so happy because I didn't have to be very careful not to put in too many drills. Vivian says, depends where you live in the area too. I live in Boston. It's insane how expensive the rent is. Yeah. They're pushing people away from the city. Yes. Kaya gave her white tray to her mom when she got her archer's art. Well, I use both, and that's the only reason I have more than one tray. It's because I have use one for rounds and one for squares. And that's just my preference. And it could be the way this one is printed. They're not all exactly the same when they're 3D printed. I know because my brother has a 3D printer. And while he might make the very same thing 2 or 3 times, each one is ever so slightly different. So that might be, why the art, this one works better for squares than it does for rounds. Rounds seem to get stuck. And on the white one, the squares just flop all over the place. Yep. So that's my story. So I went from a 3-bedroom to a 2-bedroom, and being handicapped, I can only afford so much. I had to hire packers, and that cost a small fortune. But I had them for 2 days, and we packed up everything. God knows where anything is. Half of it went into storage, the rest of it came here. And it was so late by the time we got here and got everything out. Everything was just packed higgly-piggly. It was incredible. I had boxes and bookshelves in front of the window. So we got no light. It was a cave in here for a long time until Dan decided to redecorate and move things around. But it's hard for him too. He's getting older also. So, I needed some of you young people. Vivian says, I love the white trays from Hula. Love the size and don't have any more. I have to Hula. What is Hula? Are those the white trays like this? Like this one? Because mine is generic, I think. Well, mine was given to me. I broke mine. And who sent it to me? One of you guys sent it to me, and I forgot it. Ooh, forgive me if you're here. Yvonne, did you send it to me? No, it wasn't you. It was someone else. Memory, Nat, remember? Not everyone there is young. That's true. But you all seem to have more energy than me. I have no energy. I have no energy at all. I just, well, like I said, I'm also an admittedly lazy person. But it hurts to, when I was packing, man, I was in such pain. So I took some pain pills, and then I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Because it also affects your brain as well as your body. Yeah, the pain went away, but I was walking around, when am I packing up now? I even had to hire my cleaning girl to come in, and she packed up my bedroom for me because I didn't want the packing guys to pack up my personal stuff. So yeah. More water. It's good. Lemon. And you do what you have to do. I work through my pain a lot, but there's only so much that I can work through. There's only so much before I'm literally screaming. My pain is at a level 10. Like what happened with my knee a couple weeks ago, right after the live, right after Jennifer's live, and I got up from the chair and I went to go into the bedroom, and ow, that was a bad one. And I have no idea what caused it. But I do know that standing in one place for more than a minute, really, a minute or two, is too painful for me. The pain becomes excruciating. And walking more than half a block, I can't do that either. So packing, which means bending over and lifting up and bending over and lifting up and wrapping up and doing this and that and everything else, just completely kills me. It killed me. I wound up staying in bed for a year. I shut myself off from all my friends, from everyone, from my family, from everyone. And I just stayed in bed for a year until I got smart and decided I need to change my medication. It's not working anymore. I've got too much stress and depression and anxiety for what I'm taking to work. So I found a psychiatrist and I went to her and we changed my medication. And voila, I'm alive again. Yay! Audie's done cooking. Audie's done cooking. What you make? You still haven't told us what you made. Yeah, Robert, I know. When pain gets to a 10, you feel it like it's at 100. You really do. But level 10 pain is, we can't just, those of us who feel it can't describe it to you. It's indescribable because you've probably never felt something like that. Unless you felt it, you don't know what level pain is. And giving birth is not level pain, level 10 pain. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I've never given birth. It's possible. But imagine feeling like that every day, you know, or a number of times a week, having that pain over and over again. That is what's indescribable. Vivian says, yeah, it's very hard to pack things, but when I moved, I labeled everything. That way it was easier to find it later. Yeah, I had a tough time labeling things because I couldn't get them packed early because I couldn't do the packing. I had to wait for the packers. And then I'm running around back and forth from the bedroom to the living room to the studio, from the bedroom to the living room to the studio, and then the kitchen, and labeling as much as I can. And God bless my housekeeper at the time. She did a fantastic job. But it was, I would love to have labeled everything and putting everything where it belongs. This goes into storage and this goes into the house, the apartment. I would have loved to have been able to put more in storage. But actually I need to get rid of stuff. I'm a bit of a pack rat. Guilty. Brussels sprouts, beefsteak, and grilled mushrooms. Ooh, I'm coming for dinner. That sounds delicious. I love Brussels sprouts when they're cooked right. Crystal would rather give birth and have this level of pain daily. At least the pain from giving birth goes away. At least it goes away. But the other bad thing about it is you never, for me with the fibromyalgia, I never know when the pain is going to strike. Robert says, because what I have sometimes it's very hard for me to walk. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine it. It must be hard. I can't walk either. I kind of hobble a bit. But I'm going to wind up in a wheelchair eventually. I know I am. I don't want to. I really don't want to. Because there's no room in here for one. So I better not lose the ability to at least get up and down to go to the bathroom and the kitchen. But anything else? I have a scooter chair, one of those three-wheeled scooters. Love my scooter chair. But it's such a pain in the ass to put it in and out of the car. And I can't afford one of the lifts because those are expensive too. Everything's expensive. Dang. But I get by. We have enough to get by. You know, we may have to move out of the city because it's getting very expensive to live here. And our landlord wants to sell the condo. And if she does, we got to find another place. And there's no way we can afford a place here. So we're going to have to move again, which I am not looking forward to. But I did manage to save up the money so that if we have to, at least I know we have the funds to do it. But it's not, it ain't easy staying on a budget when you're a diamond painting addict. It's terrible. It hurts my heart. But I love these. And I'm so grateful to Yvonne. I mean, she's crazy, but I love her. And I'm so grateful to her and to Rebecca. I mean, I have some generous friends and they didn't have to. I kept telling them don't. I got plenty. They may be AliExpress, but I got plenty to keep me occupied. It's not like I'm hurting. You know, yeah, I can't afford the more expensive ones, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Every moment is good enough. Um, what's that other one on AliExpress? Me and something. The other one that uses that everybody says is good. You know, some of the ones I have are probably good, but like I said, I lost half the drills. I don't know where they are. It's getting me very upset. I mean, I would have thought they'd fallen behind the dresser out here, but there's no room back there. So they didn't fall behind the dresser. Very frustrating. It does, Brandy, doesn't it? That sounds good. I had leftover broiled chicken and leftover stuffing. That was from when we had pork chops and stuffing the other day. That was so good. Yum. But I had a hearty meal tonight. Yesterday I didn't eat anything. My stomach was so upset with me. Oh, I went to the bathroom 3 times. Okay, TMI. All right, guys, we got 6 minutes to J Rob. And I'm going to do what I usually do in her live, which is work and lurk. Sit here and do some more diamond painting. And then quit. And since Mrs. Coffee isn't on, I'll read until Crashly comes on. If I wake up, if I remember. Because I get so absorbed in my books. When I'm reading, I get so absorbed. It's like my life. I get so absorbed in diamond painting that I forget to read chat. I get so absorbed in reading that I forget to go to the lives. And by the time I look up at the clock, the live's over. Okay, Crystal. If I'm not here, I'll be at J Rob's. I like saying that. If I'm not here, I'll be at my friend's house. It is nice to have friends. And it's nice to have this community. Once again.
That's good to know.
That was Siri. What the heck? That was silly. But it was perfect timing. That was a good one. Oh, I thought I turned Siri off on my iPad because I've got it on my phone. I only need it on the one. And I don't even need it in the bedroom because I got the echo. And I don't call her Alexa because everybody does. I call her computer. Of course, I can't watch Star Trek then. Because she often comes back with, I don't know that. And it's always going off. But that's what I call her computer. I like being able to say that. It's Star Trek. It's the future. And I've always loved science fiction, so I love the future. I don't like this future right now with COVID and everything, but I love the technology we have because I don't know where we'd be if we didn't have the internet to talk to each other. I think we'd be seriously screwed. I mean, information would not get out very well. It would not be the same. It would be terrible. It would be terrible. I bet you the COVID would run rampant, even worse than it is now. And it's still bad. I wish people would keep wearing their masks, but so many places they don't, and they make it hard for the rest of us. You know. So that's why I say, and I'm going to say, wear your mask, wash your hands, be kind, and I'm going to say goodnight with those words. So until next time, arrivederci, friends.